Hey, Darin Garman here, and I want to talk to you about really 3 easy strategies to use today. And it really is kind of brought on by the letter I got here from Philip Northrup, and Philip lives in Virginia. And Philip just recently got my 9-month investment book, and of course he's talking about how good he thinks it is, which is of course very nice. Thank you, Philip, appreciate it. But he's got a couple of questions, and one of the main questions he had I thought could really relate to all of us. Especially you. And what I wanted to do is just kind of share this question with you today. And I got a feeling you'll get a lot out of the answer. So the question basically is, how do I find as quickly as possible really good apartment properties to invest in? How do I do that, especially in my own backyard? Now, of course, you know, if you're not so concerned about your own backyard, you guys are all aware of some of my other programs, other courses, my partnership programs, etc., where you can get involved in really good projects and not have to worry about all of the doing it yourself kinds of things. But that's another story for another time, and I'll give you some resources here at the end if you want to get involved in something like that. But let's say you're in your own marketplace, or you want to invest in another marketplace, and you want to find apartment property as quickly as possible that meet your criteria, financially, location-wise, etc. They're ideal for your situation. 3 places you need to go. I'm going to give you a really great shortcut right now. Okay. Number 1 is get hooked up with a really good apartment property broker in the marketplace. This is a man or woman that specializes in nothing but apartment property sales. Maybe they do some other investment property sales, etc., but they spend the majority of their time specializing in multifamily properties. In most every market, there is some broker that does this. You want to get hooked up with them right away because they have spent a lot of time, money, effort, and energy, okay, developing those relationships with those apartment property owners and investors. That's huge. Okay, that's a huge shortcut for you. They've already laid all the groundwork. They've already softened the beach, so to speak, for you in a way. Okay, so you want to do some research and find out in the market you want to be in the market you want to invest in, who are the apartment property specialists you need to be getting hooked up with and start working with. You don't want to just, randomly call a real estate agent, a relative, or a friend that just happens to have the real estate license. That's nice, but that's not a very good business decision. You want to get hooked up with someone that specializes in apartment property sales. Okay, that's my first tip. Tip number 2. You want to get the list of apartment property owners in the marketplace you want to invest in. Okay, it's really easy to do. All right, now maybe that for some of you that might sound obvious, but maybe for some of you not so much. See, what a lot of people do is when they're looking for apartment properties, they'll maybe go to a few websites, check some things out, maybe hope to get an email from somebody, and that's about the extent of work that they do. All right, maybe they talk about, oh, I might want to invest in an apartment one of these days. Let me tell you what you want to do here. You want to get the list of apartment property owners in the marketplace you want to invest in, and it's actually pretty easy to do. There's 2 main resources for you to get that. Number 1 is the city or the county tax assessor's office. Hey, the owners of these properties are getting property tax bills. They've got to be coming from the assessor's office, okay, or the treasurer's office in some cases. They've got that information on where those tax bills are being sent. Okay, well, guess what? That's public information. You can get that information, find out who owns the property, what their mailing address is, and abracadabra, you got it. And you've got your list already built by just contacting or visiting, and you can even do it over the phone actually, or even online. Go ahead and get in touch with the city, the county assessors, or the treasurer's offices. They've got those lists available for you, and many times they've got them segmented. So you can actually say, hey, I'd like to get the list of 12 to 48 unit apartment property owners. Bam! Many times they can get that to you. Sometimes it doesn't even cost you anything to get that list. Sometimes they charge you, but believe me, the fees are minimum and they're definitely worth it. Another resource for you to get that list of apartment property owners in many cities are title companies. Okay, title companies have those lists and they have those databases, and once again, they can segment those lists and get that information to you. Once again, sometimes they'll provide it to you at no cost, sometimes they'll charge you, but once again, the cost in getting those lists is minimal compared to the amount of money you could potentially make by having that list. And then of course, once you've got that list, you need to be contacting these people. At the same time, you've got your commercial real estate broker that specializes in apartment properties out working for you. All right. Of course, when you contact them, you want to know, would you have an interest in selling? Do you have a sincere investor interested in buying? Okay. I've got a whole course on how to do that, how to go through that process on the myplatinumclub.com website if you're interested in getting that information. Okay. But the third thing, the third resource for you, all right, is your team, the team you've assembled. You know, so in a video that you maybe looked at maybe yesterday or the day before, I talked about your team. I talked about your property manager, your attorney, your accountant, and your real estate broker. Well, you already got your real estate broker, but now you need to tap the attorney, you need to tap the accountant, and you need to tap the property manager to basically say, hey, I'm interested in investing in apartment properties. When you have something come up that you know about, let me know. I'd love to talk to the owners about possibly buying that property. Now, here's what you're going to have to do with your team. You're going to have to consistently remind them. Now, by that, I mean, you don't remind them every day or once a week. You know, once every like 2 or 3 months, drop them a quick note, send them a quick email saying, hey, just keep in mind, I'm looking to buy an apartment property. All right, because the amount of apartment property owners and investors that go through all of those team members at any given time, pretty substantial. All right, now, hopefully what I've outlined here in this short, simple video has been of some value to you. Because a lot of people, when they get involved in this, they're not quite sure what the next step is. Who do I do? Do I just get on the computer? Do I just call a real estate agent friend of mine? What do I do? If you follow the steps that I've just given you, and this is key, 2 things. One is you do all 3 at the same time, and you do it consistently. You don't just try it for a month and 2 months and say, oh, I'm done with it. If you do it consistently, I'm telling you, over the next 12 months, you'll have more great investment property opportunities, in this case apartments, than you'll know what to do with. All right? So hopefully this has been of help to you. I thank you for the letter, and good luck. Keep me posted. Let me know about your progress. Talk to you later. See you.